Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, July 20th. There has been a lot happened in the last 48 hours. I will probably miss some of it, but I'm going to try. So, I guess Fauci, I don't know what, did he get resigned, kicked out, something like that? I think that happened on the 17th. And if you remember in the last video I was talking about I was going to send a message to someone, a couple of people that I knew out in the Vegas area, and just kind of get a feel for what was going on. So I messaged one of them, the one that I knew the best and felt the most comfortable sending a message to. And Monday evening, I got a message, a video message from Lake Mead while they were on their boat. And her boyfriend making it sound like this was kind of what it said. We're really glad Lake Mead is in the news because there's like nobody around. See, we're the only ones out here. And I thought, okay, so they're a bunch of morons, basically. And then after that message came later on, Arla had sent a message that said, yes, that it has gone down a lot. I think from what I can tell now, she has been calling attention to it in some different things, maybe on TikTok, which I don't follow anything on TikTok, but she sent me a message that she had done on TikTok. And I think she has been trying to get the word out. Why her boyfriend decided that he was going to make a big joke about this is beyond me. But yesterday morning, I think he decided, or Arla got onto him and said, she probably thinks you're an idiot. You need to explain what you know or whatever, because then suddenly I got an audio message from him on his take on everything that was going on out there, and some sort of a website to go to regarding the Colorado River or whatever. And I'll be honest, I haven't looked it up yet. I was at work yesterday. There was a lot going on, and I haven't looked it up yet, but I think it's a government site. And if it's a government site, I don't give a crap. Because if the government is involved in spreading the information about what's going on out there, I'm not believing that. I am more interested in believing someone like Vegas D-Tech that is going out there on a daily basis or every few days and letting us see and know what's really going on, and talking to the people on the ground, not the government officials that are sitting up in their offices completely out of the loop on what's happening. So that was all going on yesterday morning for most of the day. And then lo and behold, someone posted on my Telegram channel about the explosion at Hoover Dam. And I was like, So remember, if you will, a lot of you will know what I'm talking about here, that phrase, watch the water. And there was a point in time where Phil was the one that was taking credit for, say, like posting that or putting that out or whatever. And when they were all talking about the drinking water being contaminated, he was taking credit for that, and they thought it was that drinking water that they were talking about. I'm gonna say that might not have been the water that everybody was supposed to be watching. I'm thinking it's probably the water out there in those 7 states that are being affected by Lake Mead, Lake Powell, the explosion at Hoover Dam. I got the understanding yesterday from D-Tech, I watched that this morning, but he had done a video on it, that there were 17 generators at one time if things were going in full force, and now they're down to 5 generators or transformers producing electricity. Another video popped up about Lake Powell that explained a lot of stuff too, and it seems like Arizona really gets the short end of the stick when it comes to the water supply, and Southern California gets a lot of it for crops and everything. Anyway, the percentages and everything of who gets what was kind of broken down and everything, but it's just fascinating. And I'm very glad I live in Indiana right now, and I am not in the middle of that, because shit's about to go down out there. And if you don't believe that is true, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, after my friend and I got done going back and forth with everything, basically what I said was, I care about you, and I just wanted to know that you had plan B, you were working on plan B, because, you know, people are going to start fighting over water. People are going to dismiss the fact that there are lives involved, and money is going to become an issue, and, you know, human beings are going to be the fallout of the whole thing. So she said she was just trying to get through the end of this year and then figure out. So if I lit a fire underneath her ass, great. If I didn't, I tried. You know, I can't do any more than that. So that was all going on yesterday. I also watched a video. I have talked about her before. I love Jessica Sowers from Roots and Refuge. She did another video yesterday on food security, shortages, or whatever that are coming up. And I want to say, because I have lots of people all over the place that watch my videos, I've become friends with some of them. I've done readings for a lot of them. So they tell me different information, and apparently Montana had a big hailstorm over the weekend while we got a big thunderstorm and really didn't have any damage in Indiana. She ended up getting a hailstorm, and a bunch of the crops out there got ruined. You know, that's happening. And I just, you know, I just want to encourage you, if you are not thinking about what this is, how this is going to affect you in a 6 months to a year with this year's crop, you should be. You know, and after the explosion on Hoover Dam yesterday, and I'm like going, man, shit's heating up here. I stopped at the grocery store and got a few more things last night because I just feel the need to make sure that I'm as prepared as I can be. And I want to encourage everybody else to be as prepared as they can be. So, I think that's it. You know, there was, my air conditioner at work froze up. So there's water dripping from the ceiling in the lobby. Yesterday afternoon, I get home from work and the toilet's not working right. And then we find out there's like a floor drain in the whole building that was plugged up. So every time anybody in the whole building, not just my office, but anybody flushed the toilet, it was coming up out of the floor. So I have been watching the water, that's for sure. So anyway, I think that's the water we need to be watching, because shit's about to go down in a serious way. And I from what I understood, something happens in August. It sounded like the warning had been put out to the 7 states of reducing water. Figure out ways to reduce water. And if you don't reduce water, the federal government was going to step in August, and they were going to reduce it for them. How do you reduce water? Well, crops can get water reduced to them. Humans need water to drink, but they probably don't need swimming pools. I don't know if anybody, I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking about all the different ways that the government could reduce water. I have never had that issue. I've never lived in a state where we have had to reduce water. Although I lived at a house one time when we had stipulations on we could only water the yard like so often because we hadn't had a lot of rain. That was back in like 2010, 11, 12-ish, something like that. I don't even remember. That's the only water reduction I think that I can ever remember. But for those of you who have experienced the water reduction, please post in the comments just exactly what that means and how they reduce water. And what happens if you don't? I mean, are there fines or whatever? You know, I don't know, because that's not something that I personally have experienced. Also, I'm trying to think, is there anything else? There probably is. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that has happened in the last couple of days. I was starting to forget what all it was. One last thing. I watched, I think Phil did a live on Monday night, and he was talking about John Podesta, that guy. Every time I see a picture of him, I just want to throw up. I have heard the audio of stuff going on with him, but for newbies that do not know how he is involved with the bad side, bad group, that would be a good live for you to go watch on Phil's Rumble channel to get yourself caught up. I already knew all of that stuff. That stuff came out 2 years ago, but I'm sure there's a lot of new people out there that are maybe just waking up that aren't aware of what a major player he is or was in that side of the tracks. I'll just put it that way. Have a great day. Who knows what's going to happen today or tomorrow, and we'll just keep plugging along. Talk to you later. Bye.